So, this is a video I've been meaning to do for a while. I've been trying to create this list in my head, but I can never get a full 5 rappers, MCs that I like. A top 5 MCs that I like into a list in my head. And I've been going through this for weeks now. Weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. But, here we go. I finally come up with my list. So these are my top 5 rappers. Dead and alive. So, number 5, Tupac. And I know this would be a lot higher on everybody's list. And at this moment in time, Kendrick could have taken this spot. Kanye could have taken the spot. However, with Kanye, I've not liked his latest stuff. There's some good tracks on Yeezus. Life of Pablo for me was a bit rubbish. Then I can go to 808 and Heartbreaks, and I wasn't really that keen on it, but there's a good few tracks. But if you get the first 3 albums and My Twisted Beautiful whatever, I've forgotten what it's actually called. It's a good 4 albums, and if it was just those 4 albums, Kanye would be probably 5th on this list. And like I said, I could have given number 5 to Kendrick. However, for me, what Kendrick does, Tupac has already done. So number 5 on this list is Tupac. And the reason Tupac is number 5 on this list is, 1, I'm not really from the Tupac era. I'll openly admit that I started listening to hip-hop when 50 was big, when Game first came out, when Kanye's The College Dropout came out. So, those are like the big ones for me. However, Tupac is the originator of what Kendrick is doing right now to me, what Talib Kweli is sort of doing right now. What Lupe is kind of doing. He's making he made some socio-conscious rap. He was very reflective as well, if you listen to Until the End of Time. And when people say he's the greatest rapper of all time, I have to firmly agree with that sentiment. Tupac is a brilliant MC. He's better than Biggie, and I'm sorry to Biggie fans, but he is better than Biggie. However, because I'm younger, he had to come further down on the list. Then on to number 4, and it's Pusha T. And Pusha T, another brilliant MC, and some brilliant solo tracks. The reason he's quite low down on this top 5 list is because I've not really heard much from Pusha T. However, everything I have heard, I've liked. His features on Linkin Park songs have been brilliant. He's a very good rapper, and you can tell he's been in the game for a while. So, number 4 is Pusha T. Number 3, Game. And if it wasn't for these top 2, and my absolute love of these top 2, Game would probably be 1st or 2nd. Game, again, another brilliant MC. However, he does talk too much about drugs, about sex. He does very good self-reflective songs. Start From Scratch, one of my favourite tracks of his. My Life, I absolutely love. Game's got a brilliant flow. He's got the ego and the touch you need to be a brilliant rapper. However, he's been living in the shadows of 50 Cent his whole career, unfortunately. So, number 3 is Game. Number 2, Talib Kweli. And Talib Kweli is probably the best socio-conscious rapper out there. He knows what he's talking about, he knows what he's saying, and he works constantly. I won't say he works constantly, but he always makes really good tracks. He makes really good albums. I've always liked his brand of socio-conscious rap. And it's really great to listen to. He's really deep, and he knows what he's talking about. On to number 1. So it's number 2, Talib Kweli. Number 1. And you might have guessed this already. Number 1, Jay-Z. The God himself, Hova. This man can do no wrong in my eyes. I have not heard one bad album, one bad track from Jay-Z. Even Kingdom Come, which I thought was disappointing, wasn't a terrible album. The Black Album, love it. Blueprint 3, love it. Blueprint, love it. Jay-Z, for me, always makes brilliant album, brilliant tracks, brilliant guest appearances. And every time I see Jay-Z's name on the back of a CD, and it's a feature, it's the first track I go to. I absolutely love Jay-Z's work, I love his music, and he's just brilliant in my eyes. So, the top 5, my top 5, in ascending order. 5, Tupac. 4, Pusha T. 3, The Game. 4, Talib Kweli. Jay-Z. So, 5, Pac. 2, Pusha. 3, Game. 2, Kweli. 1, Jay-Z. Those are my top 5 favourite rappers, and I'll see you next time. Peace.